Hello, lovely team members. If you're so new to the channel, you're welcome to the family. Today, we're going to be making Koobi Kontomire for you. You're going to look out, and this has mushroom in there, so it's Koobi Kontomire mushroom for you. And we're going to use Cocoa-ase Bayire. Do you know there are different types of yam? Yes, this one we're going to use. It comes from the cocoa farms. Yes, so your friend Cocoa-ase Bayire, which is literally meaning yam grown and a cocoa tree or cocoa in the cocoa farm or something. Yeah. So yeah, that's how a Cocoa-ase Bayire looks. Looks very bibri. And of course, I'm going to use my Koobi. So what I did was to cut my Koobi into cute sizes. I pre-soaked to get out most of the salt from it. Then I have my beef, I have my meat, I have my Wele, I have my smoked fish in here, a bit of tomato mix or paste, a bit of salt, then some turkey berries, which I blended to get the paste, pepper, ginger, garlic, onion, which I blended to also get this paste. Of course, my tomatoes, which are equally blended separately to get this, my palm oil, shredded onion, my local spices, my red-eyed beans, which is pre-cooked, and of course my fresh kontomire leaves. So you need to start off with washing your kontomire leaves. Wash it one. That's one mistake most of us make. We tend to let them cut at the markets and you can't be just washing your salt water. It's not the best. The best is to take a one and you wash it with salt water or with apple cider vinegar. Yes, and we have our mushrooms. Mushrooms are super healthy. So this one here called village style. So what I kickstarted with was to fry in my Koobi. Now I'm frying the Koobi for it to be a bit tough so that it doesn't flake out, and I want to get out most of the spice. Now I pre-soaked it because the salt, if you don't, it's going to come out too salty. You know, Koobi has a lot of salt. So as our Koobi is fried, I'm just going to add in the onion, add in the onion, pepper, ginger, garlic blend, add in the tomato blend. All of them are going in. You realize my Koobi, I didn't overly fry it for it to be hard, but then all of these things are going in. And I'm going to add in my turkey berry as well. And I'm going to give it a good mix, a good stir. The whole idea is that you'd want to kickstart this well so that even with the stock on, the Koobi can marinate in there. You have that thing. So I've added in my tomato mix as well. Now, if you add in the Koobi late, the salt will not go out well. So it's going to be too much salty. You have that thing. So I just want to mix it up and allow it to cook by itself. As the tomato, onion, ginger, garlic, as it's being cooked and the water is reducing, the Koobi will also be generating a salt into it. So it gives it that perfect balance in there. Now, if once you have your Koobi whole at a point, you can pick it out of the stew so that it doesn't overly get cooked. And I almost forgot. What I did was after cooking my beans and I taken it out, I added in my meat. Then I added in the pepper, ginger, onion, garlic blend, a bit of it to season it as well with some salt. So as this is cooking, that is also cooking in there. So like I was saying, if you are having a lot of children, you don't want someone to say, I didn't get some of the Koobi. This is what you do. You pre-cook it. You cook the Koobi from start with it. And that one, it helps you because by the time everything is cooked, it would have flaked into it. So if you have a lot of people to share the Koobi, everybody's going to have a bit of it. I'm going to introduce my mushrooms in once my stew is virtually done, because at this point the stew is like, let me say, halfway done. Yeah. So you want to add in your mushrooms early. If you add it too late, it's going to taste a bit raw. Yes, you don't overly cook mushrooms, but then make sure that you're not undercooking it as well. So I'm just going to add in my meat to my sauce. Yes. At this point, you realize that everything is forming beautifully. The meat is already pre-cooked, and so it's not so hard. And I'm going to give it a good stir. You realize the bubbles are coming down. That means you're getting there. Then I'm adding in the fish. I didn't add the fish earlier because the fish is soft. If you don't take care, everything will flake, and by the time your stew is done, all your fish will be broken. So that's how come it didn't go in early. So the meat is also already cooked. The beans is pre-cooked. Everything is pre-cooked. So you don't have so much time to waste. Because don't forget, you're not supposed to overly cook your mushroom. Yes. So once that is forming beautifully, what I'm going to do now is to taste for my salt. You realize I've not added in any salt since I started because of the Koobi. Yes, so that's going to go somewhere. Let it cook by itself. Now the Cocoa-ase Bayire I showed you earlier. Yeah, there's a bit of it. So the way it is, you can't really say peeling before you cook. So the best you could do is just cut it into smaller chunks and then cook it. So I just washed it like 3 times because this one comes with a bit of dirt. So you need to wash it properly, especially because you're going to cook it with the skin on. And then you put it beautifully into your pan with your water, and you're going to allow it to come to boil. So Cocoa-ase Bayire, if it's the first time trying it, don't be scared. It was actually my first time trying it, and honestly I loved it. It was so nice. It was so great. We got this on our way from one of our trainings at school, and it was nice. It was a nice experience. So shout out to Fanuel. Yeah, shout out to Fanuel for this Cocoa-ase Bayire. Yeah. So arrange it beautifully in your pan, add in your salt and allow it to come to cook. What I realized cooking the yam was, you see, the way the yam is, you don't really feel so much starch with it, but then so, and what I realized is you need to have a good balance of salt to get the fine taste. And because my yam was a lot, it took a bit of while to cook. So we're just going to allow it to come to cook, and we're going to be stirring and checking our stew alongside. We just want everything to balance in. Let the meat also pick up the beautiful taste of the stew. You realize my Koobi is started flaking, so you see the bones apart. Now the last thing you're going to add is your kontomire. Kontomire, I told you all it needs is heat, so you don't introduce it early. It's the last thing you add. Then you cover it up, and within like 2-3 minutes it will soften because your stew is already hot. There's already enough heat in there, so it doesn't take so long for it to cook. And like I said, once it's soft, you can just incorporate everything in there beautifully. So that's your simple village style kontomire for you. Very rich, very tasty, very natural, all green, all healthy. You're getting your meat, you're getting your Wele, you're getting everything in there. And I think I almost forgot, but I steamed the meat together with the Wele, with my salt, my onion, pepper, ginger, garlic, as I said earlier. So you realize this is a simple 5-star kontomire dish. The Cocoa-ase Bayire, once it's boiling, it comes with a bit of bubble. So you may want to adjust your pan a bit so that it doesn't boil over onto your fire or your stove. Yeah, but then it was a very nice experience, honestly. I kept pressing to make sure that it was well cooked. It took just a bit of time because this was a bit hard. But it wasn't too hard, honestly. It's like the regular yam. It's just like the regular yam. The only thing is, maybe because my pan was full, it was bubbling up in there. And it took me about 10 minutes or less. Yeah. I think I lost track of time. But then it took me maybe like 5 to 10 minutes to get it cooked. So once it's cooked, obviously you can use your fork to pick it out. You can taste from the middle part and see. Yeah. So the beautiful thing with the Cocoa-ase Bayire is when it's done, that's when you can peel it. So you could use your hand to just peel, which will come out beautifully. But sweetheart, me, I like to use my knife. Oh. Yeah, I use my cute knife to just, help me peel it quicker because I don't have the luxury of time. So yeah, you can just peel your yam beautifully and serve it with your beautiful Kontomire Koobi stew. Yes. So your Koobi mushroom Kontomire Wele meat stew. Yeah, you're going to make sure you serve it beautifully with it. Yeah. Don't mind me. I wanted to get some nice pieces to shoot with. That's why I was looking at the yam so much. But yeah, the Cocoa-ase Bayire, honestly, I really loved it. So if you've not tried it, sweetheart, you've got to try it. Yeah, it's so nice. This is verified and approved by Abba's Kitchen. Yes. So I served it with my Kontomire stew. Yeah, see the Kontomire in there. You see, let me do the roll call. So meat checked, Wele checked, mushroom checked, red beans checked, Koobi checked. Where's the tuna? Yeah. A little bit of cocoa checked. So yeah, I enjoyed some Koobi Kontomire stew this week with some mushrooms in there. Add a lot of nutrients to every plate so that the little you eat fortifies you the most. So I see you in the next food video. Do live life to the fullest. Be merry, be joyous. Make sure I see you in the next video. I love you. Lots of love for my team and I. Mwah.